Hello, my name is Armin Pern from Dairy Data Warehouse. I will present you today the predictor Ketorisk application from Dairy Data Warehouse. Once you have navigated to predictor-ddw.com, you need to log in either via the login icon on the top right or the sign in and launch up link. You will need your username and password to log in. Those details you've received via email from Dairy Data Warehouse. So if you don't have them, please go and check in your inbox. Once you've logged in, please navigate first to the settings icon. What we need to do to get the process started is configure the sensitivity setting. By default, it's on medium, and this is what we recommend you use for the time being. Later on, you can come back here and reduce or increase the sensitivity. If you want to have an idea of how many alarms you will be roughly receiving once you have configured this tool, you would need to enter here an estimation of the incidence. In this case, the user believes 30% of the animals in the herd are affected by clinical or subclinical ketosis. And the website will automatically calculate an estimation. What you enter here under incidence has no impact on the actual alarms you will be receiving. Purely the sensitivity you choose up here is relevant. Again, the estimated incidence and estimated alarms is purely a tool for you to get an idea of how many alarms the sensitivity setting you've chosen will deliver. If there is a big discrepancy between the alarms you actually will be receiving and what has been estimated here, may indicate that the incidence you expect for your herd is either significantly higher or lower than what you entered. And if that's the case, you may want to review this with your veterinarian and to decide to adjust the sensitivity setting. Last thing you need to do is choose how you want to be notified and receive the alarms. This can be either by email, WhatsApp, SMS, or all three of them. Depending on what you choose, please let us know your email, which you can enter here, or your mobile. You can also decide on the alarm frequency, either receive the alarm individually as soon as it's raised, and that would be for a dry animal once it is 3 to 4 weeks prior to its expected calving date, or we can deliver the alarms as a batch once a week and then select weekly and the respective day. You can also add other users, such as a veterinarian. In this case, also please enter the respective email and or mobile phone number. If you want to receive the veterinarian to receive alarms also, please just select here. If you don't want the veterinarian to receive the individual alarms for your animals, just leave those alarm reception channels unselected. That will allow the user to come to this website and review, for instance, the stats page here, which I'll show you in a minute. But this user will not be bothered with individual alarms. Last but not least, don't forget to save. Once you have saved the page, we will start sending you alarms for the herds at risk for ketosis. Let me show you what's behind the other tabs here on the Predictor Ketorisk page. Firstly, there is here the actual alarms icon. On the alarms icon, you see all the animals that receive alerts, hence all the animals that are at high risk to experience a case of clinical or subclinical ketosis, note that we will not deliver any alerts for first lactation animals. So alarms will only be raised for animals second lactation and higher. The reason for that is that for first lactation animals, we don't have enough historic data to deliver a reliable result at this point. You can indicate here on this alarm overview whether you've treated an animal. If you indicate it here in the statistics page, we will be able to show you respective graphs using that information. If you select ignore, that means you have not treated the animal and it will disappear from this list. If you go to the issues icon, this will show you all the animals that might be at risk for ketosis, but who have a data quality problem. For instance, this animal is missing a lot of metadata of its previous lactation. This makes it impossible for our model to calculate the risk for ketosis for this animal. These animals are flagged here, and we alert you that way that these animals might be at risk, but we cannot warn you. Last but not least, there is a stats page. And on this stats page, we graph out how many of the dry animals currently in the herd are receiving alarms. In this case, it's 75%. We show you the alarm rate over time. In this case, it seems to be going up. We also document the cases you have reported in your software of actual observed ketosis cases. In this case, the herd has not reported anything. And last but not least, if you indicate here in the application in the alarm list whether you've treated an animal, we will be able to graph out how many of the animals that have received an alert have actually been treated. You may find this page useful to review together with your veterinarian once in a while and make joint decisions on how to manage ketosis in your herd. You're all set. Enjoy using Predictor Ketorisk. I wish you success with managing ketosis successfully in your herd. Goodbye.